most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Hey, welcome. This is the Chips and Salsa Show. I'm Alice Lara with,
Don Jorge.
and also,
Cristina Lozada.
and,
Felicia Dosal.
and this is La Voz,
De la Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team. We're here every Thursday at 4 p.m. So excited. We have a fantastic show ready for you. And as always, just like last week and the weeks coming forward, we're getting ready to rock. And I just want to tell you, if you're watching or listening to us right now, tell your friends. They can watch or share it later if you want to. You're going to get so much great information about home buying. And not just one little element, because the Lozada team has so much more. All right, we're going to start out, and Christina's going to tell you the topic of the day.
Yes, so hello everyone. This is Cristina Lozada, your trustworthy realtor. So we are here once again, like Alice said, we're here every Thursday, 4 p.m. So just stay tuned because we have great information. So we're going to talk about how the market is right now, how the price increases, how powerful the economy here in the state of Arizona, and we also have Felicia Dosal that we're going to be talking about DACA because there's great news and also changes that it's going to help all the DACA, all the dreamers become a homeowner.
That is big news.
Yeah, just recently, just a couple of days ago, FHA actually announced that they will accept DACA recipients and they can go ahead and apply for FHA loans. Earlier, it was just conventional financing that you can get, and now DACA recipients can get FHA loans for purchase and refinance needs.
So I was going to, I'm sorry. You go
Yes,
ahead.
in DACA, it's a lot easier to get qualified through a FHA loan versus conventional, correct?
Correct. It's only 3.5% down. The qualification is easier. The interest rates tend to be lower. FHA tends to be a bit more lenient than your conventional financing, especially for DACA recipients.
Yes, and also the FHA was because I have some DACA buyers that I'm working with now, and they are conventional. But I know that DACA also has the down payment assistance program. So everybody at the office is so excited. So they're calling our customers back, our clients, past clients. Hey, now DACA it's back. FHA lower FICO score that they need to qualify. What's the minimum FICO score, Felicia?
Minimum FICO score on that is 640.
Okay.
Yeah, and that applies also to the down payment assistance programs. So any of the down payment assistance programs, we can also do the DACA, but it's 640 is your minimum. And again, your minimum debt ratio is going to be, I believe, 50%.
Yeah. What's the difference between the FICO score between FHA and conventional?
Normally, a conventional, especially on bond, you need a 660. DACA, you need the 640.
Okay.
It's a 20 points is a big difference when it comes to credit scores.
Very good.
Felicia, could you explain for those of us, because I kind of remember, but it's been a while since I bought a house, a debt ratio, what exactly does that mean?
Debt ratio is your income against the debts that you have. And we're not talking, your utility bill or your telephone bill. We're talking about your credit cards, your car payment, plus the new housing payment against how much you make. So you add all those together, you divide how much you make a month, and that becomes your debt to income ratio. And we're looking on FHA at about 50%. We're looking on conventional at about 45.
Can you give us like an example, Felicia, of how that would be? Maybe if somebody has a car payment that they pay $550, their monthly income it's about $2,800. How would that work so people can understand that?
So if you have a car payment of $550, say you have no credit card debts, you have nothing else, you just have a car payment, and then you're going into say a $350,000 house, you're looking at about a $1,650 payment. So you add that to the $550. Now you're looking at $2,200. You make $4,500 a month. You divide the two, and if it's over, which at that point it would be a little bit under the 50%, so then you're fine for FHA.
Okay. Very
That
good.
seems like a pretty lenient, I wouldn't think about that. And that's because it is an FHA loan, right? So you have a little bit more flexibility there.
Yes, and it's a lot easier for the buyers to qualify for FHA just because the guidelines are a little bit more harder with conventional, correct?
Right. Yeah, because your conventional is run by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and so their guidelines tend to be a little bit stricter than FHA.
Yeah, stricter.
Are there any other additional fees that you might have to pay with an FHA loan?
You're going to have what's called upfront mortgage insurance premium, and it's financed on top of the loan. So it's added to your loan amount, and then it gets calculated so that that's how your payment is calculated every month. But the nice thing is that even with the FHA loan, you have monthly mortgage insurance all the time. However, if you look at it, your monthly mortgage insurance in certain cases is actually less than your conventional mortgage. It just depends on your credit score again and the factors of the loan. But a lot of times, the factor on FHA is less than the conventional loan.
Yes.
So we're talking with Felicia, and she's a professional loan officer here, Security National Mortgage, and the Lozada team, number one in the Valley, Cristina. And Cristina has so much information. I tell you what, I just want to, like after the show, I'd like to, could you just come with me for like 2 hours? And so I can get a little degree in just everything that you want to know about home buying. It's amazing. So if you have an opportunity and you need to, you probably can see it down on the screen. We're going to have the number for you. But you can always call the Lozada team, and that's 602 460 4295. 602 460 4295. We'll mention this later in the show, too, but I don't want to forget. But coming up in February, you guys, put this on your calendar. February 27th, Saturday, right here where we broadcast the show, and it's from 10 in the morning until 2, right?
Yes.
And that's at 24th Street and Baseline. The address here is
2070 East Baseline.
great. And this is a nice facility. You can come, you can learn everything you want about it if you're a first-time home buyer. Maybe you're not, but maybe you know somebody who is and you'd like to come. Maybe you are going to buy another home, but you just want a refresher course and you want to learn more. Come and use their skills because you guys have a lot of skills, man.
Yes, and something that I want to add to that, Alice, as well. There's a lot of people who lost their homes either through a short sale or a foreclosure many years ago, and they think, well, I can't buy a house. I'm not a first-time home buyer. But I know when time passes, they think, no, I had a house, so I would not be considered as a first-time home buyer. But if they don't have a house right now, if they don't own a house, if they had a house in the past, now they would be considered as a first-time home buyers because there's no house under their name, and they also may qualify for the down payment assistance programs. Correct, Felicia?
Yeah, you're only considered a first-time home buyer if you haven't owned a house in 3 years. So if you owned a house more than 3 years ago, but you don't own a house now, then you are considered a first-time home buyer. And yes, you can go ahead and qualify for the first-time home buyer programs. The other thing is there are bond programs that you don't have to be a first-time home buyer.
Felicia, let's say somebody that is watching the show right now, maybe they had a foreclosure maybe 5 years ago, and they're a little bit, they want to buy a house, but they don't know how to start. What would you tell them, the people who had foreclosures or short sales in the past?
I would tell them foreclosures and short sales, you're looking at a 4-year time period that it has to pass. And then after that, as long as you've been current since then on everything, it's something that we can take a look at. We can see what your credit looks like. But normally the time period has to pass for 4 years. Used to be 7 years, and they've since changed that rule.
Yes, I had somebody that called me the other day, and they were talking to Martha because they said, oh, no, we're just waiting the 7-year term. And Martha's like, no, you don't have to wait that 7-year term because it has changed. Now, like you said, they only have to wait 4 years, and they could start the process even with 3 years. It all depends if they had a foreclosure or a short sale. And even for bankruptcy, the guidelines are a little bit different. So people who had filed bankruptcy, what is the guideline for that one?
The guideline, again, is 4 years.
Okay.
There's VA, I think, is a little bit more lenient on bankruptcy. But for the most part, the guideline on bankruptcies, again, is 4 years. And everybody wants you to be current on all of your credits that you have since your bankruptcy. So any of your delinquent accounts are going to count against you after a bankruptcy. But it is only 4 years since the bankruptcy.
Does it matter what type of bankruptcy they filed?
Yeah, if it's a 7, it's 4 years in certain cases. If it's a 13, it can be 2 years, and you have to have permissions from the court to go ahead into a mortgage after that. So if it's discharged, or dismissed, I'm sorry. If it's discharged, then it's 4 years.
Okay, thank you. And I think that that information is very beneficial for people who are watching because they have this type of questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it seems like every time we do the show, this is like our third show.
So much to learn.
So much information and things that I never realized or would think. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities if you want to purchase a home. And
Now
why
is the
not
time.
call
Now is the time.
and find out? And
Yeah.
they'll tell you.
I will say to everyone that's watching the show, if you guys want to qualify to buy a house, the first thing that you need to do is give us a call, and we will guide you the correct way. We will guide you to the right person, like Felicia here with Security National Mortgage, who has great experience in helping buyers and sellers. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Felicia, as well, in your experience?
Yeah, I actually am an FHA underwriter. I have what's called a CHUMS number, which means that I have a license to underwrite FHA loans. I put it on hold so that I could become a loan officer, but I've also processed loans for about 25 years. I just recently joined Security National Mortgage and really happy that I joined them. But my expertise is in first-time homebuyers and bond programs. I was with what was Countrywide, which is now Bank of America, and I did all of their first-time homebuyers down payment assistance. They called it their House America program.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you have to face while helping first-time home buyers?
A lot of it is credit. A lot
Okay.
of people don't understand. They hear what's out there as far as your credit repair programs, and they see what those programs are saying. Oh, but you could do this to your credit and that to your credit, and they don't understand what it is that's being put out there. And so when they come to me, their credit score maybe isn't high enough to do something, or they don't understand how much they need for down payment. But we have a credit program within our credit pull that is called a what if simulator, and we can take a look at their credit and we can see what is it that we could do to help improve your credit score. Doesn't really take very long. It's not a 30, 60, 90-day thing. And we can go ahead and we can improve their credit score so that they could possibly purchase a house.
Okay, and that's nice. That's very good, because you get all here with us with the Lozada team and Security National Mortgage. We're gonna guide you, and we're gonna tell you exactly what you need to do to be able to become a homeowner. Also, I just wanted to share something very quickly. When we entered the building today, we had somebody waiting outside, a mother with their children. So she just was waiting for us because she wants to buy a house and she doesn't know how to start the process into home buying. So she came to us. So she's already scheduled to come to the office on Saturday with her husband and bring documents in hand to see if she could get pre-qualified. So families like this is the families that we like to help, and would like to help you as well to become a homeowner. So if you have any questions, if you want to get pre-qualified, if you don't know where to start, all you need to do is call 602-460-4295, and the professionals of Lozada team and Security National Mortgage are here for you.
And they really are professional. It's so great. I mean, you can come down here if you'd like. In fact, if you happen to be in the area of 24th Street and Baseline, just come on down, because they're right here and they're ready and willing to answer your questions. I just love, every time I know I say this, I get tired of me, but it's a one-stop shopping. You can go there and whatever you need, if you're weak on information in one area, that's okay. These guys have it all.
And there's insurance people, Allstate, I believe, right? It's Allstate. Allstate Insurance underwrites insurance on the properties, and also gives you other insurances available to you to offer you homeowners insurance, the auto insurance, and a slew of insurance under their umbrella. And they specialize with the Lozada team to ensure that your home is under the Allstate plan.
Yes, remember when you're buying a house and you are already pre-qualified for the loan, we go look at some houses, you go under contract. Once we're under contract, before we close a transaction, you would need to insure the house. So insurance is very necessary, and some people do get confused because they're saying, oh, the homeowner's insurance, right? And then the mortgage insurance, so they're a little bit confused. Felicia, can you tell us the difference between the homeowner's insurance and the mortgage insurance?
Yeah, your homeowner's insurance insures your property. It insures against any kind of like fire, water damage, any kind of other natural disasters. Like if we were in California, it wouldn't be like earthquake, and there's a separate flood insurance, but it pretty much insures your house. Your mortgage insurance insures the lender against loss. So it's for the mortgage itself and not necessarily the house.
Yes, and the homeowner, not the homeowners, the mortgage insurance, that could be paid upfront as well, correct?
Yes, it can. And it works sort of like your FHA mortgage. On a conventional loan, we finance it on top of the loan amount. And in certain circumstances, we've seen it where when you do that upfront mortgage insurance, it actually saves you in the payment.
What is the average cost for the mortgage insurance?
Depending on your credit score, it's usually about a point to a point and a half of the loan amount financed on top.
Okay. Yeah, because I had a couple of clients that we were going to close on the property and they had that option to pay the mortgage insurance up front, and they were saving about $65 on their monthly payment, which if you look at the long term, it's going to be savings there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
significant.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Could buy some groceries with that or do whatever. Do a little home decorating, what you can do. Wow,
Yes.
that's great. You have so many tips. You have such a wealth of information and experience because they know what they're doing. So remember, just give them a call. And you can call Lozada team at 602-460-4295.
And also, the rental demand is really high right now. So the buying of a house, the process is the same as a rental. And Christina will tell you it's probably better for you to inquire about buying a house than renting a house. They're going to ask the same questions and going to be about the same, maybe even less the payment, right?
Yes, the rental demand right now, it's very high. There's hardly any rentals, and the rentals that are out there, there's maybe 5, 6 tenants that would like to rent the same house. And the way that the process is right now with the high demand of rentals, there's a lot of management companies that you have to even apply and get pre-qualified to rent the house even before you go in. It's not like years before, oh, this house is for rent, let me call the owner and I'm moving in on Saturday. Now it doesn't work that way. No, it's a lot different.
That's a lot of work. It seems like if you're going to go to all that work, why not see if you can buy a house? Why not?
The process is about the same.
It is. Okay, so we're up on our first break, and we have another surprise for you when we come back. So don't go away because I'm Alice Lara with
Don Jorge.
and the wonderful
Cristina Lozada.
and the amazing.
She forgot.
Felicia Dosal.
I did a little trick because I went.
Like,
And this is La Voz,
De la Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
very good.
You know what I wanted to tell you guys about? We had our HOA
No, she could come
meeting.
sit down over here. And you could,
Is she gonna come in or do I
There
go out?
is-
no, she can come in, and that way,
You're going to
Okay.
go switch?
yeah,
Okay.
and then that way it'll
Yeah.
Right here on Euclid, I live over here by the South Mountain. And there's a horrible lot that's next to our development.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to build townhomes.
Yes.
And so they're like $400,000 is what the guy was telling
Yeah.
us. And he said, we don't know though, we might rent them instead of sell them for 2,000.
Yeah, she's gonna go on
That's
Saturdays to
interesting.
the
Why would
office.
they not know if they're going to
Yeah.
rent them or sell them?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, good for us.
Well, that happened where I used to live. Is they decided
Okay.
to rent them instead of sell them. It's really weird. I don't know why they do that.
It'd be like, he said,
Okay.
if we rent them, they'll probably be like $2,000 a month
Yeah.
Right.
to rent. That's so cool.
Yeah.
How you doing? Everything good? Excellent.
We're sorry, Jamie, for your loss. Yeah. Your aunt.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Was she elderly?
Yes.
she's going to sit right next to her. Okay. As you sit down,
I got her.
he'll come and adjust the mic.
Okay, yes.
You're going to adjust the mic, right? Yes. Okay. He's going to adjust the mic.
Yeah, can you put it behind her?
You can never get these open. There we go.
Let me see, Pastora. Do you guys need lipstick, anything?
We can't go too much because the head's so
Makeup.
Makeup? There you go.
Be like the
Oh.
old cartoons with the big powder puff.
See. Oh, oh. And then I got some chips and salsa for you guys.
Yeah, we were missing our little bowl.
Yeah. I got your little bowl.
We got to get that chip and salsa company down here.
Catalina, I didn't want you to lean on there. You want to scoot the chair?
Yeah, he gave me the
No,
card.
you're fine. I
Okay.
can move the mic.
Okay.
I just didn't want you.
Do you want to call him up?
Near there.
Let's do a three-way
We could do that if you want to.
conference.
I need to call them also because they've been meaning to do the show. I just never know when they're in town. They're still based out of Tucson, right?
Yes.
They're still in Tucson.
Want to come in first?
I can share it. Why?
we've talked to him about it. What is your last name?
Garcia.
Garcia. Dora Garcia. Okay, good deal.
Well, if that's the case, then Steve, if that's gonna do that to that, then is all the mics.
We're gonna have to move her a little bit over here.
To their
Look.
faces. 'Cause I don't want
Well,
I don't want your stuff burning up. That's
Well,
gonna be the
that's
case. I didn't know
George's.
that.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's,
Well, I don't want George's stuff burning up. That's gonna be the case. So.
yeah, it's not attenuating on here, so there's
Yeah.
something.
And Dora, you're a loan officer.
No, I'm a.
Oh, you're a realtor. I'm sorry. You're the loan officer.
I'm the
Yes,
loan
sir.
officer.
Yeah. Realtor.
Last time I looked, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to actually get back in.
Trick
but I
question.
don't want to keep. So lean in a little bit. Yeah, just
Okay.
slide it down. 'Cause I don't want nothing happen to where it was. So y'all lean in just a little bit, or bring the mic closer
To
to
the
you.
mics. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Up. Or yell.
yeah, so I can't even monitor on you.
Yell.
Yeah.
You want me to
Alright.
yell? That's gonna be
Yeah,
scary.
don't blow nothing out. I didn't know that piece. If that's right, I don't want that.
Yeah, it's any just like your speakers.
Do you do the whole valley?
You know that
Or do you
you for
specialize
music
in-
or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was
Let
when the
me
audio
tell
actually
you,
came out, but I didn't know if that was
I've
something else
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I've been in the real estate business for about 20 years,
To go
but for the past
so you're taking
maybe 5 years, I've been doing like flips.
10
I
seconds.
buy
Stand by.
properties and I
No, we didn't lose it. I'm just trying to
buy a
get
property
it
and then
right.
fix it up and sell it.
Coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. This is the Chips and Salsa Show, and it's La Voz de la Comunidad, powered by the Lozada team. We're so excited. We are here every Thursday. Tune in at 4 p.m. I'm Alice Lara. Now, usually my partner in Radio Crime, George, is here, Don Jorge, but he is off behind the scenes because we have a wonderful guest to introduce to you in just a moment, Dora Garcia. She is a realtor with the Lozada team. And as always, from the last segment, we have Cristina Rodriguez. Cristina Lozada.
Cristina
See, I wanted to
Lozada.
make you Rodriguez again. Cristina Lozada. I caught
Yes.
myself.
Yeah.
Super realtor. And along with loan officer, Felicia Dosal.
Yes.
You
we're
could say
here.
hi. I'm sorry. I'm trying to trick you all the time. We wanted to introduce you to Dora Garcia. Dora is a realtor, and she has 20 years of experience. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Dora Garcia, and I've been a realtor for the past maybe 25 years.
Way to go.
I have seen the market, there's a say, good, bad, and ugly. But we're good right now in the midst of everything. We're good. We're still good. We can. There's a lot of the market. It's a seller's market right now. If you want to sell your house, this is the best time to sell. There's a lot of buyers out there that are looking for a house. So if you interested in putting up your house for sale, you can give us a call to the Lozada team, and we'll be more than happy to help you with that transaction.
There are a lot of sellers that are interested. I mean, even myself, we talk about, I think, it's a good time. Should we buy? Should we downsize? What's out there and all that. And you're a perfect person to call. And what kind of questions should we ask you when we do that?
When you call me, this is the first thing. I will ask you if you're really serious about selling your house. I'll set up an appointment with you to go and take a look at your house. I want to see what condition your house is.
Do I have to clean it,
I'm just
too?
being
No.
honest. I'm just being honest, You review the property, and then you go from there. And then guide the seller. If there's any details, anything that needs to be done in the property, that they can be cosmetic or things that are going to have us an impact and a successful closing, we will advise you to fix those things, and we will help you to the end of the transaction.
¿Y habla español también?
Y claro, estamos aquí para servirle en español también a la comunidad hispana. Podemos ayudarle en todas sus necesidades. Si usted quiere vender su casa, solamente nos da una llamadita, Lozada Team, y nosotros, hay un dicho, Lozada Team te ayuda hasta el fin. Así que nos puede llamar al
602 Nos puede llamar al 602-460-4295. Nuevamente, 602-460-4295. Y aquí estamos para ayudarle en todas sus necesidades de bienes raíces.
The Lozada team. So Spanish, English, probably other languages, I bet, are in there too. I bet there's
Yes.
others that you have as well, because
Yeah,
they offer everything.
Yeah, there's some other people that speak other languages too. We have a lot of people from Bosnia. We have so it all depends. I used to work. I had this very good relationship. I still do with some people that work with the refugees too. So let me tell you a little story. I was helping somebody from Africa one time. They didn't speak English. I didn't speak their language. So we would go into the houses and they would be all excited. So I could see the smile on their faces like, hey, they like this house. So I used to be like, thumbs up if you like it. And they're like, yeah. So that's how I wrote the contract. I mean, all I needed was their ID to get their numbers, and I had the pre-qual in front of me. So practically, even the language is it's not a barrier here. I mean, if they're happy, if they're excited, I can sell a house without even speaking their language. You know, this is what we do every day. Yeah.
You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
So see, that is very encouraging. So don't be intimidated. It doesn't matter. You know, they break language barriers.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all. Dora, so how long have you been a part of the Lozada team?
Since we started.
Yeah, and a little story to talk about Dora. I used to own a spa, and Dora was one of my clients. She used to come and get her facials done there. She was already a realtor because she has many years and more years of experience than I do. And every time she would come into the spa and I would be treating her for a facial, she would say, hey, Cristina, I think you'll be a great realtor. So every time she came in with me and I gave her facial, she would always be saying, hey, Cristina, when you're going to get your license? When are you going to get your license? So one day I knew that she had booked an appointment. So I said, I better at least enroll myself in school because I know she's going to be asking. So it was about her, actually, that encouraged me to become an agent. And she's been with me since my beginnings. And today we went and had lunch at Hillstone right there in Biltmore. And I was telling her, and I actually put a post up, and I said, just celebrating 10 years of friendship. So, yeah,
Wow.
she's been with me even before I was an agent. And once I decided to put the team together, she was one of the first person that I talked to. Do you think this is the right thing to do? And she says, yes, I'm with you. So she's been with me even before I became an agent, and she continues to be with me. And she's part of the Lozada team, but she's always been my mentor as well in this real estate business.
I love that story, Dora. So I want to especially thank you because you inspired her to become a realtor. And man, you know how to pick them. So if you can pick a fantastic realtor like this, I'm sure everything else is just cake for you, right? It's easy.
Well, she has that personality, you know. She can. I think she could sell. Not only you could just sell anything that she wanted to sell, you know, because she's got that spirit, she's got that potential, and I saw it on her, and I knew she was going to be a great agent, an awesome agent, and it's very rewarding for me to see her grow. And not only that, see, sometimes you sow a seed and you never know what you're gonna reap. Right now, it's been like how long? Maybe 3 months ago that my daughter
Yes.
Elizabeth got her license. She's a new agent with that fire, you know, to conquer, and then having her teach her, you know, and coach her through her real estate career. It's just, for me, it's like, well, you know, you do something for somebody, and then those people will do somebody for somebody else, or maybe even your own family. So I'm very happy to have Christina as a friend. I see her as a friend. Sometimes, you know, I go a little bit beyond that and play a little bit of that mom, which I know I'm not. But
It's all familia.
yeah,
That's where all of it.
familia. So, but it's been a very enriching experience, to be a part of the team and to see her grow. And I know she's gonna continue growing with the Lozada team. And I really am very thankful for all the agents that have come and joined the Lozada team. And the more there are coming, the more there are coming.
You guys aren't number one for nothing. Let me tell you, everybody that we've met so far, we've just done a few shows, but you bring loan officers like Felicia and realtors like Dora, and everybody has this great energetic personality. You can tell they really like being part of the Lozada team. And that's really important because all of us have gone somewhere to do something and the energy's kind of dead. They don't want to be there. I think these, I want to go work for them, I think. It's just they all seem like they have a really good time. They know what they're doing, and they are just rocking it all the time. I mean, am I wrong?
No, I think you're correct, Alice. I think the priority, it's not that I think, I know the priority for our team is always to be a service to someone, to help them accomplish their goal, especially just because where we come from, like we came from, even I come from Mexico, and I remember when my father and mother, they were here, they were farm workers, right? So it was very hard for them, even the language and how to buy a house. They didn't even know what they were doing. They purchased a house. We purchased a little ranch, and I remember just feeling that freedom, just feeling like, oh, this is our own place. This is our home. I can maybe go up on top of the tree. And this type of stories really, we should never forget where we come from and how there was somebody that kind of helped our parents, helped our family. And now it's our job to extend that help to somebody else, to help them achieve their goal, for someone to become a homeowner. And the integrity at the Lozada team and the values that we teach every agent, I do think that makes a difference because we do come and help every human person that comes into our office with the true heart, with the desire for them to accomplish their goal to become a homeowner. And that is what's making us different and making us number one throughout the Maricopa County. Y hablamos español, y lo voy a decir en español porque hay personas que no entienden tal vez la cultura, de dónde venimos o qué es lo que estamos buscando. Yo como inmigrante de México, yo llegué de Estados Unidos cuando tenía 7 años. Mi papá y mi mamá eran trabajadores de campo. Entonces hubo una persona quien les ayudó a ellos a cumplir el sueño americano de ser dueños de casa. Entonces para mí en este tiempo es muy importante ayudar a las familias que están necesitadas de un hogar, en ayudarlos a que ellos también puedan ser dueños de casa. Para el equipo Lozada, esa es la prioridad, esos son los valores, eso es lo que enseñamos, lo que inculcamos a nuestros agentes, que somos personas, que somos intermediarios siempre para ayudar a alguien a lograr algo que vaya a ser de beneficio para ellos, para su familia en un futuro. Es lo que hacemos todos los días, nos esforzamos y trabajamos para las familias necesitadas de casa. Así que si usted está buscando comprar una casa, lo único que tiene que hacer es llamar a los profesionales del equipo Lozada, que estamos aquí para ayudarle de la mejor manera posible. También tenemos ahorita buenas noticias de DACA y quiero que Felicia les explique también a ustedes de qué se tratan estas noticias y en español, porque muchas veces son los papás que están inculcando a los hijos, hey, vamos, ayúdenme a comprar una casa. ¿Por qué? Porque ya tienen su trabajo, ya tienen su seguro social y tal vez los papás no cuentan con esto, pero los hijos sí. Entonces son los padres empujando a los hijos a hacer la mejor decisión de invertir en la compra de su casa.
Sí, ahorita yo tengo clientes que la mamá quiere ayuda a la hija y la hija tiene esta tarjeta de DACA. Y es una buena noticia que FHA pueda hacer DACA, los préstamos por ellos y los dos pueden comprar una casa juntos. Y también puedo usar esta ayuda del condado de Maricopa. Nosotros tenemos un programa de ayuda también y puede hacer todo ahorita. Antes es nada más convencional y ahorita es más fácil y mejor noticias por FHA. Es 3.5 en enganche y el interés está más abajo y calificar es más fácil. So, es una buena noticia por todo que aceptaron DACA.
Sí, todas las personas que son soñadores o que legalizaron a través de DACA y tienen ese permiso de trabajo que estén trabajando, los requisitos para comprar casa es su declaración de impuestos por los últimos 2 años, sus últimos 2 talones de cheque y su último estado de cuenta bancario. Ya, si usted cuenta con estos requisitos, puede venir a nuestra oficina, reunirse con los profesionales de Security National Mortgage como Marta Rodríguez, Felicia Dosal, y ellos le van a tomar su aplicación y le van a ayudar durante el proceso de la compra de su casa. Entonces hacemos un llamado a todas las personas que quieran comprar casa en este momento. El momento es ahora, ya que los precios de las casas también están subiendo. Eso no va a parar durante todo el año. El estado de Arizona es uno de los estados muy fuertes en potencia económica. Eso quiere decir que los precios de las casas van a subir. Si usted compra casa a principios del año, usted va a laquear el precio de la casa y laquear el interés, que los intereses ahorita están sumamente bajos. Pero si compra la casa unos meses de aquí, que vaya avanzando el año, entonces la ganancia que pudo haber tenido desde el principio ya no va a estar ahí porque los precios van a ir subiendo. O tal vez la casa que podía comprar ahorita en 250 en unos cuantos meses ya no la va a poder comprar porque va a subir de precio. Entonces eso es muy, muy importante, que si usted quiere comprar casa, tome la decisión en este momento y lo único que tiene que hacer es llamarnos al 602-460-4295 para poder ayudarle con todas sus necesidades de bienes raíces. En la compra de casa usted no va a estar solo, tiene un gran equipo que está atrás de usted para ayudarlo, para que usted se sienta cómodo y esté confiado que va a tener una representación de agentes de bienes raíces que simplemente van a buscar el mejor interés para usted.
Y lo que usted dice de ayuda, cómo ayuda a la gente, este es porque me voy a Security National. Yo trabajo en un equipo, se llama The Vasquez Team. Y Van Vasquez y su equipo están muy amables. Siempre toda la gente quiere ayuda. Nada más ayuda a la gente en la oficina, pero ayuda a todos los clientes. Y por eso me voy. Yo trabajar por tantos compañías de préstamos. Y nunca yo trabajar por un equipo donde quiere ayuda a toda la gente y siempre. Si alguien está en su casa y está enferma, hay tantas personas que puedo ayudar. Y siempre están así con los clientes que puedo ayudar. Y por eso me gusta la compañía.
Sí, Security National Mortgage no solamente ayuda a los clientes, pero ayuda a la comunidad. Ayuda en servicio comunitario, ayuda también a los niños en Navidad. Estuvimos ayudando también a los ancianitos de aquí, de la comunidad. Entonces, no solamente es el trabajo que se hace en ayudar a las personas a calificar para comprar casa, sino miramos también juntos con los SADA Team las necesidades que hay a través de la comunidad y tomamos acción en ayudar todas estas necesidades, poner nuestro granito de arena para estar mejor. También Dora García, estuvimos haciendo diferentes actividades para ayudar a nuestra comunidad, dar algo de regreso, porque la comunidad realmente es la que nos da todo, nuestra comunidad viene, confía en nosotros. ¿Por qué nosotros no ayudar a nuestra comunidad cuando más lo necesita? Sí, Dorita, ¿algo que quiera agregar usted?
Sí, bueno, pues yo creo que este programa es muy informativo, no solamente cuando se trata de bienes y raíces, de compra y venta de su casa, pero también las compañías que están involucradas, que estamos involucradas, estamos muy involucradas en ayudar a la comunidad, a hacer una diferencia, ¿verdad? Como dice Cristina, poniendo un granito de arena cada quien y haciendo una diferencia, ayudar en lo que podamos ayudar, especialmente personas que han estado enfermas, ¿verdad? Del COVID. Entonces hemos tenido la oportunidad de ayudarles, de llevarles comida, dejarles afuera de sus casas, o a lo mejor medicina, o ayudarlos un poco con su renta o con sus biles porque dejaron de trabajar, cosas así, ¿verdad? Eso es algo que la compañía de Security National y los ADA Team están, y otras compañías con las que nosotros trabajamos, ¿verdad? No solamente nosotros. Así que yo creo que esa es una parte muy importante. Tenemos que trabajar, tenemos que producir, pero creo que tú produces más cuando das. más.
Sí, y eso es muy importante. Y recuerden que también vamos a tener nuestras clases para primeros compradores febrero 27 del 2021, o este mes que viene, el último sábado del mes que viene siendo febrero 27, vamos a tener la clase para los primeros compradores aquí en este centro comunitario que está en la 24 calle y la Baseline. Vamos a estar dejando la información y vamos a estar también poniendo el domicilio y vamos a estar sacando publicidad para que usted venga. Es de las 10 de la mañana a las 2 de la tarde, donde van a estar los profesionales de Security National Mortgage junto con el equipo Lozada. Vamos a estar aquí precalificando a las personas, y este taller se trata de que todas aquellas personas que quieran comprar casa vengan preparados, traigan sus documentos en mano, traigan su declaración de impuestos por los últimos 2 años, traigan sus últimos 2 talones de cheque, su último estado de cuenta bancario, y aquí personalmente van a estar los profesionales de Security National Mortgage tomando su aplicación, dejándoles saber cómo está su crédito. Ellos van a hacer un análisis de su crédito y su ingreso y le van a dejar saber para cuánto usted califica. Van a estar los profesionales de crédito también, que si necesita reparar su crédito o no sabe cómo hacerle, le van a estar dando la guía en cuáles son los pasos a seguir para que pueda calificar. Si no califica en el momento, que pueda calificar a futuro. Entonces, todo es completamente gratis para todas aquellas personas que quieran saber cómo está su crédito o quieran saber cuáles son los requisitos para comprar casa o si pueden ellos comprar casa en este momento. Se sorprendería usted porque hay muchas personas que piensan, oh, no, yo no califico para comprar casa, y vienen con nosotros, Felicia, y se llevan la sorpresa que sí califican, y eso es muy gratificante porque hemos puesto a personas en casa y pensaban que no calificaban, y cuando les entregamos las llaves de su casa hasta las personas lloran porque nunca
sí.
se imaginaron
Sí.
que era posible, que era posible. Entonces nosotros les hacemos el llamado y los invitamos a que vengan a este centro comunitario ubicado en 2070 East Baseline, Phoenix, Arizona, y vamos a estar aquí en el Suite 102 el día 27 de febrero de 10 de la mañana a las 2 de la tarde. Algo que quieras agregar, Felicia, a esas personas que vengan.
Um, no, sé. No, yo estoy feliz yo estoy aquí para calificar todo, para contestar todas las preguntas que tiene, y yo estoy aquí disponible por todo.
Sí, gracias, Felicia, porque no solamente tú estás disponible, pero los profesionales de Security National Mortgage, que son nuestros amigos y que son también las personas que están ayudando a todas aquellas personas que quieren comprar casa. A mí lo que me encanta de Security National Mortgage, que siempre que llega un cliente, cruza la puerta, lo tratan, haz de cuenta que todo cliente es tratado igual, ya sea que califique para comprar una casa de 200,000, a que califique para comprar una casa de $1,000,000, todos reciben el mismo trato de amabilidad. Ese servicio, esa honestidad es para todos los clientes.
Somos la voz de la comunidad, es cierto, ¿no? Soy Alice Lara, o si usted prefiere, Alicia. Y the Lozada team. So this is the Chips and Salsa show, La Voz de la Comunidad, powered by the Lozada team. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back with more information about this wonderful, wonderful new show. So glad you guys are here. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Yes.
You guys are just on such a roll. I didn't want to interrupt. They kept saying, "Make it." I can't. They're rocking it, man.
Oh, and I'm not leaning forward.
Yeah,
I
no,
can promise that.
No, I had it right. It just keeps drifting out.
With the same breaks. We
3
can.
breaks,
We
20
can.
minutes. 2.
As a matter of fact, Christina, I think what we should do is me, George, Alice, and you maybe on a conference call. Just
Yeah.
give me 5 minutes just to kind of go over
Everything. Yeah.
everything.
Correct. Little
But
things.
I wanted that Spanish section to be its own segment.
Yeah, that's why when you cut to me, I kept seeing him going break, break, and I'm like,
Well, first I had to tell Jamie.
Cause she said do it in Spanish.
Yeah, I had to tell Jamie. That's the first thing. But then, yeah.
We're playing charades over here with you guys.
But yeah, so I think if we went by the format clock and then we got together, just went over the segments, because it's easier to cut them up
Okay.
and then put it on Facebook, and not on Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, then then you could have just like that YouTube segment with all the Spanish. Perfect.
Ooh, chips and salsa. Chips and salsa.
2070.
Do you want me to stay here or do you want him to come back?
Are you gonna come back,
George, you want
George?
to come back and finish it off?
Yeah.
This is your chance, George. Come on, George. Because this is the
Come
last
on
segment.
back. Thank you, Dora.
Thank you, Dora.
Great job.
Thank you, Dora.
I just love that she was on here because that's why you're a realtor and she was
Yeah.
the one. That's a great story right there.
Yeah.
That's
You
awesome.
got 10 seconds, George, to get situated. 10 seconds.
Andale, George. No.
Don't steal his what?
His fame. Oh, there you go.
Tearing the place up.
I try to avoid that one, and I
All right.
saw it.
Anything that you want to touch on that we haven't talked about?
I did it again.
Any sales? This DACA, we can revisit the DACA thing again because that's your deal there.
It's like, it's just a little
Big
further
stuff.
back.
You have to be 18 years old to be a homeowner?
Always.
Just 18.
And I think she should mention that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah. Don Jorge knocked everything on the floor. He likes it on the floor. He doesn't want the light on
I
it.
like
He
the
wants it on the
dinosaur
floor.
that comes like That was good. That was the
Christina, wasn't
Spanish.
there a
It was
program,
perfect.
Christina? My dad used to love watching
El
that
show de
lady.
Cristina. Yeah.
Oh, my dad loved her.
That was perfect.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Stand by, stand by.
That's why I wanted to reach out to the DACA people, but in Spanish.
We are back. I'm Alice Lara with.
Don Jorge, I'm back.
This is the Chips and Salsa Show, La Voz de,
De la Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team, which includes the beautiful Cristina
Hola,
Lozada.
hola, hola.
And also the amazing and wonderful Felicia Dosal.
Thank you.
She's got all your loan needs. She's a realtor, but I tell you what, the Lozada team, they got everything. And one of our special topics today that we've been focusing on is, guess what? Things have changed back for the DACA. And that's the Dreamers. So tell us a little bit more about that. One of the questions I had during the commercial break, I was asking Felicia, now, okay, you got to be 18. How old can you be? What's the
Yeah,
deal?
you always have to be 18, whether you're DACA or you're not DACA. I get that all the time. Can my son co-sign on a loan for me? Yes. Okay, well, he's 17, but he works at Taco Bell. Well, that's great, but he has to be 18.
Yeah. And something very important that you mentioned, a lot of people are confused, but yeah, you have to be 18 and then you don't have to start your credit when you're 18. You can actually start building up your credit when you're 16. And a lot of parents encourage their kids, like, hey, let's start your credit. Let's get a secure credit card. Because it's kind of hard even to apply for a credit card when you're 16. Nobody's going to give you credit because you actually have to be 18.
Right.
But you could do many things and get like a secure credit card just to start building the credit once they turn 16. And that is doable as well.
Well, and even those secured credit cards are great even if you're not 16. I have people that come to us and they need to build the credit because they haven't done anything yet. And those secured credit cards are great for you to start building your credit now.
Okay, I'm sorry, but what is a secured credit card?
Basically, it's a credit card where you put your own money into the credit card and you're spending your own money. So you go to the bank of your choice. If they have them, you put $300 onto the credit card. It's your credit card. You're spending your money. And what we say is buy groceries, pay it off. Buy gas,
Exactly.
pay it off. And that's how you build your credit up.
What a great learning
my
tool.
son did that. My son did that before he went into the Army. He got a secure credit card. He had to put $500. They hold the $500. It's like a savings account, but it doesn't gain interest. What it is, they allow you $500 on that card to charge. You pay it off, and if you do this for about, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year, they increase it. You can increase it to $1,000. Then what you do is you put another $500 in there. Now they're holding $1,000 of your money, and you got a $1,000 credit card. So it's actually they're making you build up your good faith credit. And what you're doing is you're buying stuff on credit, and then you're paying it off right away.
It's a wonderful
And so
tool.
by after a year, they return that $1,000 back to you, and you have a credit card now worth $1,000 because they could trust you for $1,000. I started that years ago, and it started 500, then 1,000. It's up to like $5,000 now, just the one credit card. And I got like 3 credit cards with the same thing. Those are credit cards, and then now they'll issue me a credit card for any amount of money because I've been doing it for so long. But that's how you build up your credit,
Right.
and your FICO score starts going up. He actually had a better FICO score than we did when we went, because he had already got in the Army and he wanted to buy a new car. So I said, well, we'll co-sign for him. He said, well, his signature is better than yours.
I don't need your
because you guys
signature,
pay
Dad.
cash. Because we were paying cash for everything. So his FICO score was real good, and the guy showed us. Said, look at it, he pays his bills all on time. Everything is on
Okay,
time.
so I have an idea. I think maybe consider for the future a workshop for DACA.
Yeah.
And just
Yes.
invite people in that category and because all this good information that you have to do this.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and it's very important for people who are out there, especially DACA, the millenniums. There are a lot of houses for sale right now, especially the new builds. We can see new builds all over town, especially if you go like out of Phoenix, like more out west. We could see a lot of the new builds. We were actually walking a lot of new builds on the West Valley this week, and we were doing that on Wednesday with the whole team. So we just wanted to know what's out there. So the prices for a new build, they start in about $250, and a lot of the millenniums, a lot of the DACA buyers are taking the option to buy a new build. It doesn't matter where it's at. I mean, they don't mind driving, but there's a lot of new builds for sale. So if you're looking to buy, especially a new home where there is less competition versus the resale, we can help you out with that as well. So all you need to do is just give us a call, and we can help you with your loan process and also your purchase contract.
There is just about nothing. I mean, everything you want, it's all under one roof. And again, we want to remind you, remember, put that on your calendar, February 27th. We got a great little workshop here. I shouldn't say workshop. They got everything here, and it's going to be at 10 a.m. in the morning, and we are right here at 24th Street and Baseline. It's 2070 East Baseline. We're right next to the Bank of America. But you can come
And
and
that
hang
is
out.
perfect next to a bank.
It's next to a bank. But you don't even need to go to the bank because you got everything here. You
Yes,
got all the
we have
information here.
Security National here. And I'm going to mention
Exactly.
something else before we end the show because the time is coming up right now. But anybody that owns a lot, we also have an agent who's a general contractor there
Wow.
at the team. So people who own a lot and is free and clear and been thinking, maybe I want to build a house here. I want to do construction. You can come and talk to us because if the lot is completely paid off, we got the right bank that could do the financing for the new construction as well. So if you're kind of like, maybe I want to do my own house, I want to build a home on this lot that is free and clear, because the lot does have to be free and clear before they could give you the construction loan. And the construction loan is not given to the homeowner, but it's given to the construction company, and that's given in different draws. So the first draw, the second draw. So they pay as the construction goes. So if you guys are looking to build maybe on some land that you already own that is within the city limits, it has to have the utilities, the electricity and the water and the sewer ready, and then we can start the construction on that too. So all you need to do, if you want more information, it's call us at 602-460-4295.
Wow. you
And
guys got
then
everything.
also you help military people too. So if you're young and you just got out of the military and you're thinking about using your VA loan, go see the Lozada team.
Yeah.
They'll help you in that. They have experts at that.
Yes, we have experts. Even my daughter's in the Navy, so she's doing her time in San Diego right now. But we're working on her credit because I want to get her ready. So she's gonna be ready like in 5-6 months, and she's gonna be able, even that she's in the service, she's able to buy a house here. So all you need to do is just give us a call. And Felicia, she does specializes as well with the BA loans, so she can help you get pre-qualified. Felicia, can you tell us about the BA loans and how does that work?
Yeah, basically, your veterans are given entitlement, which helps them towards down payment, so they're not having to put any money down. There's no mortgage insurance on a VA loan.
Nice.
So, which is nice, yeah. They don't have to pay any mortgage insurance, and there's certain fees that veterans aren't having to pay in their loan, certain title fees, because they're veterans.
'Cause
So
they're
they're
vets,
given
sure.
certain privileges for serving us and serving the country.
The BA loan, it could go up to 100%, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And the entitlement is 36,000 for most people. There's also veterans that if you've used your entitlement but you're buying another house, there's bonus entitlement of 144,000, depending on your certificate. Also, a disabled veteran doesn't have to pay what's called a VA funding fee. And that VA funding fee can be upwards of 3.6% of the loan amount, but if it's a disabled veteran, they're not having to pay that. So there's a lot of advantages that we give our veterans as far as purchasing a house.
And there's another workshop event for you, too. I mean, just everything. Well, we're down to like our last 2 minutes. And I just, you guys have great information. And it's so wonderful to have people that you can trust in a team. I mean, we're thrilled to be partnering with you to do this show, George, don't you think?
Yeah, and there's going to be segments in Spanish because we reach out to the Spanish community, and our show is, of course, in English. But we're going to reach out once in a while, so you'll see an interruption in our show in a segment or two of Spanish. But that's all good because this show is inclusive. So just letting you know.
All right, we're going to have the last minute. I'm going to give the last minute to you, Miss Cristina, before we close off.
Okay. Remember, the Lozada team is here to help you in all your real estate needs. If you want to buy or sell a house, you can always count on the professionals of Lozada team. Remember, now it's a seller's market, so if you're looking to sell a house, all you need to do is give us a call, and we're going to walk you through the whole selling process, and we're going to make sure that you get more money for your house because the time is now. Remember, the interest rates are low right now, so if you're looking to buy, it's a great time as well. Don't wait until the price increase starts happening because we started seeing that now. So act now so you can lock the price of your house and you can lock your interest rate as well. So remember, Cristina Lozada, your trustworthy realtor, here to help you and help our community always.
Thank you, Cristina, and thank you, Felicia. I'm Alice Lara with,
Don Jorge
and this has been the Chips and Salsa Show, La Voz,
de la Comunidad.
powered by the Lozada team. Please be with us next Thursday, 4 p.m. here, same time, same channel, same station. We'll have more information about
And
your
we're
home buying needs.
And we're going to have a little chips.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
the Chips and
The
Salsa
Chips
show.
and Salsa.
Chips
Yay.
and salsa.
Thank you, Jamie, for the salsa.
Right on, Jamie. All right, take care.